Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Work in Progress Wednesday stream. I am your host, Modern Synthesist, otherwise known as Mr. Pink, and I am here with my two co-hosts, Kajan. Want to say hello,
Hi.
Kajan? Kajan, can you wave
Hi,
in
everyone.
your on your workspace so that people can see which one's the Kajan workspace? There you go, Kajan up top, and then we got Will, otherwise known as Tactical D-Bag. Want to say hello, Will?
Hello.
And we got Will down below. Will is working on. Will, what are you working on?
I am working on the second half of my giant counts as Turbigon / counts as a malefactor conversion that I've been working on from last week.
Sweet. Kajan, what are you working on tonight?
I'm going to be working on scything claws and crushing claws.
Sweet.
I mean, the stuff I started last week.
Sculpting them from scratch?
Yeah,
As is your way.
that's the plan.
And I am finally painting my gang for Vesterian, the event at the end of, not the end, in the middle of November. I've got, I think, 3 weeks till the event now. So I'm fairly certain I can get my models painted in time. But the question is, can I get my the display board that I wanted to make painted in time, or made in time? But Hydra was very helpful, first in that he made these models, and through a very complicated arcane, that's not the word I'm looking for, some kind of agreement
Archaic?
between, what?
Archaic?
Me, Highfleet Moloch, and Hydra did a like 3-way swaparoo thing where one of us paid another one and the other one gave the thing to the other one, and then the other one made a thing for the first one, and it was...
I mean, arcane would be suitable if you want to say it's mystical.
Okay,
Like that.
so maybe I want it to sound interesting, so I said arcane, but it's not really mystical. It's just, we basically created a 3-way barter, and it resulted in me getting Hydra's awesome fishy gene stealer cult dudes, which I'm using as my gang for Vesterian. So I've started painting them. So far, I Zenithal primed them with black, then pink, because I was going to paint them yellow, and I've been told that if you want to paint yellow, you got to prime stuff pink. And then like a really, just like a top hit with white, and then I used, heck is it? Contrast. Games Workshop contrast paints. I hit them from above with Yandin yellow, and then I hit him from below with Nazdrag yellow, and in so doing I realized they're basically the same color, but whatever. And then I did them a little dry brush with some of this Fantasy Games scale color Lilith yellow SFG09, because it's what I had to kick it around. Oh, also, oh sorry, I should have said a Zenithal primed them with pink, with black, pink, and white, and then I actually washed them all with soft tone from Army Painter. Dry brushed them with white. Wait, did I dry brush them with white? I might have dry brushed them with some like ivory or something. Might have been this. In fact, I think it was bright ivory. So that like kind of pre-shaded them in a pretty dramatic way. I don't know if it came through because I used like soft tone instead of strong tone. So the shading isn't like as pronounced, but it's something. And that was of course inspired by, I did a similar thing with my Lictor when I started painting him, where I did a Zenithal Prime and then I washed him with Darkenhof Nightshade or something, Games Workshop wash, and it got into all the like creases really nicely. And then dry brushed him with white, and then painted him with contrast colors, and that got him to like this point, which I feel like is pretty good for like the yellow and the pink. So that's what inspired me to try and do it with these other dudes.
Pretty dope.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
And the only thing I added to them was this netting, because this guy's spear, Hydra put like a metal rod as the spear, and he just drilled it through a hand, and that hand, of course, cracked. So I needed to reinforce the spear somehow, and I was like, how am I going to reinforce this spear? So I got this like metal mesh and wrapped it around the spear as if it's like fish netting or whatever. And then, of course, to make it look like that was intentional, I've like slapped some fish netting on. I slapped some fish netting on this guy's here's belt. Kind of like sitting behind him. So, anyway. And then I just painted some parts black. And now I'm going to go and do some more stuff on them. Because they got to get done. I don't normally paint on stream. I don't know how well this is going to go, but we're going to try. And then Darth Bob.
Everybody in chat working on.
Go ahead. Oh, yeah, thanks. Yes, chat. Let us know what you're working on. I just wanted to mention that VoicesOnSilent, Shane, Darth Bob, should be joining us a little later. He had a bit of a family emergency go on, so we hope that his Norn Queen is doing okay. And that he's doing okay. And that he's able to join us later, but if he's not able to join us, we hope that everything goes well.
Indeed.
Indeed. Is there any, like, hobby happenings that's happening this week? Is there any weird Games Workshop drama? I feel like I haven't hit any.
I mean, aside from the rumor stuff I posted in Discord about individuals.
Kajan, why don't you tell us about that? Because I saw it and I didn't think it was that momentous, but maybe I didn't fully understand what you're taking from it. So tell us about it.
On the Tyranid Reddit, someone posted pictures of some white dwarf
Isn't it the collected Warhammer book? Isn't it that encyclopedia?
I'm not quite sure which book it is supposed to be coming from. I don't think they were all that clear about it. But they posted pictures about a supposed leak where the text suggests that the hive mind has, as far as I understand it, hyper-adapted itself into a corner and has now realized it needs individuals, and that's why it starts to create more individual characters and starts to understand or appreciate what individualism brings to the table, and thus has special interests in individuals and sends out Tyranids to find special. I assume that's for the non-queen stuff. Like, she is supposed to be this assassin that's going after
the Norn emissary, right? Norn emissary.
Yeah, the emissary. Sorry. Yeah, I'm bad with names, as people know. And I'm not a fan of this because I'm not the part about sending out assassins to try to take in specific individuals, because the hive mind has always done that with lictors and stuff like that. That's why they have feeder tendrils. But what I'm not a fan of is the whole Tyranids. The hive mind produces now his own individuals, and people on the Discord were like, "Yeah, that's a good thing. So we're going to get more hero models." And I'm like, "Yeah, but you can do hero models without making them into individuals." And I'm personally, I'm worried it's going to go down the Tau route with the Commander Farsight.
What happened with Commander Farsight? What do you mean?
I mean, the Tau are supposed to be enslaved by the ethereals, as far as I understand it.
Yeah.
With their pheromone, and Commander Farsight broke loose from that and is now a freedom fighter trying to liberate his people.
See, but that's cool to have like one little strain of that. It's not like they changed the whole Tau fluff. It's just, and he's been there since the very beginning. Like, he was in the very first Tau Codex.
Yeah, but do we really need another faction that does the same thing?
I wouldn't say it is a faction that does the same thing, because isn't that faction supposed to be like heavy on crisis suits and stuff like that? It's different fluff.
No, I
Like,
mean,
sorry?
I'm not. For me, it's not a difference. I mean, maybe it's. For me, it's just another. You have an kind of enslaved people that of if it's ethereals that do the enslaving or the hive mind does the enslaving, doesn't really matter, and you might end up with hive creatures that will then be fighting the hive. I mean, it's a nice fluff for um, your own personal army. I mean, I don't mind that, but as official fluff, I'm not a fan because it's Gene Stealer Cult and Leagues of Wotan, where you have two minor mining stuff.
Man, if I can interject, I mean, I understand your point with, kind of retreading waters from other factions, and stuff, but I do think you are also making broad assumptions about what will be the inevitable takeaway from this. Like,
True.
at no point was there any indication that they're doing something of these offshoot mutations.
Not yet.
It's also the case that this is like. Go ahead, Will.
But that's a huge presumption. You're making a huge assumptive leap on very, very tenuous information, and
I would agree.
I think you are setting yourself up to hate this for assumptions that are just not actualized or really supported by basically 2 lines of text.
I would agree because I'm pretty
saying...
sure it's just filler fluff text. Like, having seen the screenshot, it's not like, here's the new Tyranid release schedule and you're going to get 15 things with like named characters and stuff. It's just like someone needed to write some filler text for a codex, and they wrote this random piece of lore about the Tyranids and individuals and stuff because Games Workshop maybe is releasing more and more individualized models, and I don't know that it's really going to do anything. Like, I think it's just filler, and I think they're just going to forget about it, and it won't even be in the next. Especially if it's in that book.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I see the point about it's not being in the next codex. Like, it wasn't in the next codex when Tyranid suddenly hyper adapted themselves into a corner so that Tau could survive. It wasn't in the next codex, but here it's rearing its head again. It's in the fluff that they're hyper adapting themselves into hyper specialized strains. I mean,
hyper specialization and individualization, where they're fighting against the hive mind, are two completely different things. And you are way over extrapolating this.
I know that I'm basically future proving this because we've been near enough with other companies and other fiction writers, and I feel like, yeah, I'm negative Nancy as I usually am, because I'm expecting this to go the same route it always does.
Well, we'll have to see. Like, that's the thing. You have an expectation. Will has noted, I think, like, I would agree that your expectation is not based on a lot of evidence. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens, and if this does bear out to be what you're predicting, or if it's just another piece of filler fluff that isn't going to go anywhere. Because Games Workshop does that a lot. Like Tyranids are the big bad guy this edition. Have we done anything? Has anything happened? Has there been any consequences?
No, we haven't done anything of significance. And Electrodustman just asked, what about Old One Eye? Old One Eye is not an individual.
Old One Eye was said it was an individual. Like,
no, he's not.
He started off as an individual.
Yeah, certainly.
That's how the
he got cut off from the hive mind. He worked worked out. He inspired fear. The hive mind realized what it did, reincorporated this, and now is leveraging the fear it causes among the humans. But it's not an individual when it appears on the battlefield anymore. At least that's my understanding of it.
I thought it was. I thought the Red
mean,
Terror, like any of those, like Death Leaper, I thought they were all like quote unquote
Warlord.
individual strains.
Yeah, but not individuals. I mean, they're
They
specialized.
literally started off as individual, like one-offs.
Like you're talking sentience? What are you talking when you say
Yeah,
individual?
I'm talking sentience. I'm talking. That's the way I understand the text. That a hive mind has learned that stuff isn't that the hive isn't working anymore, and that's why he needs to have more individuals like the swarm tyrant.
I still maintain you are over extrapolating from very little data, and I think you are making a mountain out of a molehill right now.
I kind
Okay,
of feel the same way.
Man,
I also
yeah,
feel that
that's fine.
I don't see how Old One Eye and the Swarm Tyrant are different. Like they're part of that whole like we're gonna make special characters for Tyranids, but we're not gonna call them special characters thing that gave us Death Leaper, that gave us Red Terror, that gave us Old One Eye, that gave us the Swarm Lord, Parasite of Mortrax, Doom of Malantai. You go back far enough. I don't know. I don't think this is going to be anything. Like, we can watch it, but I think this is literally filler fluff, and Games Workshop doesn't care about lore. We've heard many times that Games Workshop can't even keep track of its own lore, and that it needs to go to Lexicanum, like a fan wiki, to keep track of its lore, because I think they just see it as, hey, we need to fill some pages in this book so that we can sell a book with the new models. You go write some lore about it. And here's the old lore, and use some of it, but also make some new stuff.
Yeah, I have the text in front of me right now, and it says, given that the Tyranids are absorbing more altered and non-typical biomass, such as space marine, gene seed, orc corpses, it is surprising that aberrations like this are not more commonplace, as well as truly remarkable individual creatures being spawned. Others may be imbued with a sense of personality from those that fight them over an extended period of time. Sustained exposure to the same environment and enemy can create behavioral patterns that appear to suggest habits and even character traits. To me, that's basically saying that we getting more individuals, like not individuals in the sense of individual hero characters, but individuals in a personality sense. That's why I'm worried that it's going to go eventually down that Farsia, because someone is going to remember that.
Okay, so
this down the line.
Well, we'll see. So I think you've made your point.
Yeah.
Chat, what do you think? Tell us in the chat how you feel about Tyranids possibly being becoming more individual, or if you think like Old One Eye and like the Swarm Lord and stuff are like Tyranid individuals, or let us know what you think in the chat. I'm gonna see what else is going on in the chat. One sec. Oh, there's a lot going on. Oh, congratulations to Tom Wilson, our longtime friend. I just saw Tom posted on Instagram that he's got his own studio space. He's renting a studio space at a maker kind of place, which is really cool.
I'm jealous.
Congratulations, Tom.
Oh, congratulations.
He says, I have a studio now. Mentally planning what I can put in there right now. It's just a small cubicle in a shared space, but I get access to 3D printers, materials, and other art. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know it came with access to 3D printers and actual materials. I assume you'd have to bring all your own materials, and it was just like a office rental space. That's really
Probably
cool.
depends on the kind of maker spaces. I know there used to be a maker space near me that went out of business pre-pandemic, but like, yeah, they had 3D printers. They had, I think, like laser cutters and stuff like that for MDF that you could like
Nice.
do custom laser stuff. It was really cool. I really wish I could have patronized it, but I'm pretty sure that I would have not gotten my
Would
money back.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. I think it's like the key is having a space where you can like start a project and leave a project without having to clean it up. Because not
Yep.
everyone has the opportunity to have that like within their house or whatever. Let's zoom this in more. It keeps picking up my hand. Yeah, that's awesome, Tom. Congratulations. I am very excited for you. And Will, I'm sorry that the makerspace didn't make it in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, it's a shame too, because Amazon came in like near my neighborhood a few years later and was like, "Oh man, all these nerds would have loved the heck out of that now," but it is currently a FedEx. So
Okay. Yeah, we here in Toronto, our libraries, some of them have 3D printers, which is pretty cool. I haven't messed around with that, but I like that they're getting into that, like doing more than just like, hey, you can take out books here. Which is awesome, by the way. I think on the last stream where I rambled all about all kinds of different media, I mentioned that I have been frequenting the library a lot more lately. I used to just like buy books when I wanted, like when a new book came out or a book I wanted to read. I don't know why I felt the need to buy all these books, but and then for a while I was like, oh, I'll just buy a book if it's like my favorite author. But now I've realized that even my favorite author books, I don't necessarily need to own them. I get
yeah,
them from the
my
library.
my biggest issue with purchasing books is that I've always liked the mass media, um, mass market trade paperback size books. You know, those like
Yes,
roughly 5 by 7-ish size books that
good form
every
factor.
classic, yeah, perfect form factor. You can fit in your pocket, hold it easily in your hand. But I think because books are not as
Popular.
profitable now in like actual physical books, since so many people have shifted towards digital um, copies of books and everything.
Yeah.
I think book publishers have been predominantly printing books, even like kind of classic sci-fi and fantasy, which were sort of the main like every classic sci-fi fantasy book I know was just like in that mass market format. But I think everyone's moved to making like either the tall mass market or like the just large format trade paperbacks that don't fit in my bookshelves like quite as nicely
Damn,
since
yeah, you're
everything
right.
else I own.
All the expanse
So
books
Yeah,
are tall.
for me, that's exactly the reason why I'm not no longer buying books, but buying the why I changed to an e-reader from books. I prefer books, but shelf space has run out.
That's why you get them from the
So
library. You don't need shelf space if you got a library.
yeah, but then I might as well. I mean, I don't have a good library nearby.
Well, that sucks. Very
So
fortunate that I.
since I'm living remote is relative,
Yeah,
especially when I'm talking about America. But um, the big city is 30 minutes away, and
gotcha.
I need to go out of my way to go there.
Okay, I
So
gotcha.
the big libraries are out of the question for easy convenience, and costs me as much as just buying an for the e-reader some e-format.
Yeah,
I
makes sense.
just went over to e-readers. And I actually appreciate having like 400 books on my e-reader right now, so I'm never going to run out.
Yeah, but how many of those 400 books have you actually read? I used to have an e-reader with 400 books on it. I read very little of them, very few of them.
Yeah, I mean, time is always a factor. I mean, if I had and this time I probably would be doing a lot more hobby and reading a lot more books. Then again, I'd probably be listening to a lot more books because then I could do both at the same time. That's also why I'm starting to appreciate audiobooks over reading.
Yeah, I do love the like trade paper, that size, the mass market trade paperback that you're describing. Cool. Although it is the case that I think I don't know if it's just like Toronto's library or like libraries in general. I think they tend to have like the hardcovers because they last longer. You don't get like dog-eared.
Yeah.
Like I get some like paperbacks too, but right now I'm reading that book I talked about last week by Peter Watts, Starfish, and it's a very satisfying. It's not a huge paper hardcover. It's like a small hardcover, and it's extremely satisfying. I just like flipped it shut. And I'm like, satisfying. But I tried ebooks for a while, especially like I read some of the Expanse books on my phone because like I got the ebook on my phone and I liked that I could take it wherever I was. Like I always had my book with me. But then I also found that it was very easy to like, oh, I'm just gonna look that up on my phone, and then I stop reading. So I think for me, like knowing like how I am with screens, that I prefer a physical book when I can get it because it's like a break from screens / it's not a gateway to like more screen time.
Makes
But
sense.
that's just me and my self-control.
Yeah, I'm not reading books on my phone.
No, I have an e-reader too. I used that for a while, like a Kobo, whatever. But
Shane just let us know that he probably will not be making it.
oh
tonight.
no, I hope everything's okay. Please, if you can text him, please. Well, I'll do it. We will have to wait until our next Work in Progress Wednesday. He was going to show us his new mouse strain model, which
Be dope.
oh crap. I thought so. There we go. Bear with. What? No, I don't want to screen share.
Be seeing the screen share screen.
Yeah, I'm trying to like. Oh, is that where I do it? Where do I? What? There's like the thing where I can like pop out this thing from Discord, and now I've lost the button. Why? Oh, there we go. Discord moved it on me. And now you're seeing.
We are seeing the Discord.
Fantastic. One moment. Bear with.
For you docs us.
No one's got anything sexy in there. Don't worry.
My boudoir pics.
Okay, I've started streaming again. Let's see what happens.
There seems to be
video. There's Discord video.
so
Can America stream? Okay. It's doing the 1 pixel thing again. My butt. There we go.
it is back.
Why are you guys great? There we go. Got you back. Add.
September.
Now we're cooking with gas. Sorry for the momentary hiccup, friends out on. Shane, VoicesOnSilent, unfortunately will not be joining us. Got some family stuff going on. He was going to show us his mouse strain alpha, which is the new big fat gene stealer that came out from Forge World for this. He was going to do an unboxing for us, but now he able have to wait stream for that. I saw some pictures of the model from Ryan's Minis. Not a fan. I'm very glad I didn't buy it. But why is my video frozen? Oh my god, this is dumb. Oh, so dumb. Hold on a sec. Video capture device.
No, your screen is black.
I turned it off. It's not refreshing for some reason. Back on.
Oh, tech issues.
What the heck? Why is this not playing nicely with the other children? Hello? It like remembers the last thing that here we got this one. Well, that's not even working. Like it remembers the last frame it captured, but okay. Get out of here. Video capture device 4. Are you gonna play nicely with the other children? In what? For some reason OBS hates me this evening.
So, while you're figuring that out, Radon in chat just said earlier about the personalities of NITs. He said, I feel like having some NITs have personality and sentience would be interesting, but having the rest still be dependent on the hive mind. And yeah, I can get behind that. And Joshua Rayner wants to know, all right, what is that abomination on the bottom right? And I believe that's Will.
That's Will. Oh no, wait,
yeah,
that's Will's creation. That's not Will.
But it is also me. This is my counts as Turvagon, what I'm calling a malefactor. The big transport bug. It's gonna have a big old jolly maw here. That's gonna be exciting, but I gave myself a lot of sculpting work because I don't plan things well.
Yeah, I'm making it even bigger now so people can see it even better, because God knows I'm not doing anything. Got too much junk.
Yeah. Your screen is still black.
I know. Don't worry. I am fuming over here. I'm gonna go steal this. Oh, okay, this is gonna get weird for a second. One sec. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that video capture device is working. Great. Wait, is it actually working? No, it's not working. It's still my old shit one. God, I hate this.
And Diana commented, my problem with physical books is I hate being the first one to read them, but also hate getting the second hand because so many people read them in the loo.
Yeah, good point.
I mean, my issue is, I'm not sure how precious you guys are with your books, but I'm very precious with my books. And I really hate when I like the paperback ones, but I hate when you lend it to someone and then you get back a broken spine.
Oh, I don't think. But really can you read a book without breaking the spine? Is it possible?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can read a paperback without breaking the spine.
You don't bend the book fully backwards like a heathen.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely guilty of doing that with my library books. Because I'm a monster.
I mean, I lent a buddy of mine my copy of what was it? I don't even remember, A Feast of Crows or whatever the last George R.R. Martin book it was that came out. That's the last one, because he's never going to actually write or publish another one. But he brought it back to me, and it was just like the entire back was just like cracked and stuff like that, and I was just like, keep it, it's yours now. This book is dead to me.
Yeah, I know that feeling. I know it shouldn't be like that because, but still, I hate it.
It works. Oh my god, I think I made it work.
I mean, like, sometimes the back, cracks and, like, they didn't mean it, but, if you do it yourself, it's like, well, that's on me.
Yep.
But if somebody else does it,
but if
come
you
on.
do it accidentally, it's also never as bad as the people that do it on make it a habit. I mean, you break it like once, it's not that bad. But if you read an entire book and you read it in the way that the back is broken.
Also, this whole tendency and disdain for people who destroy my books is definitely a sign of like some amount of ADHD. So
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's
OCD.
Oh, I fully believe we're all on the spectrum. That's why it's a spectrum.
I don't blame people that do it. I mean, I don't like when it's being done to my books, when it's happening to my books. But
No, Will, are you saying the
I have
fact that we
problem
worry
with-
about this
with
stuff
people
is
doing
indicative
it,
that we might be on the
to their
spectrum?
books.
Hold on, wait a second. Apparently, there's an echo. Is it an echo from everybody?
Oh, hold on.
Certain individuals, or like
No,
you
it's
describe this echo?
Are you hearing us, Mr. Pink? Okay, we seem to have lost Mr. Pink. I mean, maybe chat still hears him, but
Oh God, Clippy got him. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the wrong microphone. No.
No, we got Megatron now. Soundwave. Boy, this fifth member is like hitting us hard tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we're hearing you.
Check 1, 2.
I mean, you sound fine to us, but and I just heard myself through your side.
Yep.
Yeah,
Loud and clear.
but it's not your good mic.
And apparently chat can't hear you.
Mm,
With any consolation, I feel like oh man, I'm getting some feedback now.
Yeah, I'm hearing well through some speaker.
Trying to talk now. I'm not actively hearing any feedback from me. Check 1, 2. Sibilance. Yay.
Radon says still no audio for Mr. Pink. Chat, are you hearing Mr. Pink? Because we are hearing him, but Nope. Chat confirms we are not having you on stream.
And this is why I tell everybody to not trust technology.
No.
No, you're on some other microphone. How many
The problem
microphones
is
are
that. Wait, did I put it here? Okay. All right. Can you hear me now, YouTube land?
Can anybody hear Mr. Pink right now?
I think YouTube land should be able to hear me now, but I'm going to be on the infinitely shittier mic. What did I do?
Okay, there is a yes from Electro Dust Bunny.
Okay, maybe we're cooking with. I'm not going to say gas, but maybe we're cooking with like lighter fluid now.
Wilson did give some very good high tech suggestion, and
Turn
he
it off.
asked
Turn it
if
back on again.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, that would mean ending the stream. I mean, I should do that, no question, but
Seems like a cursed stream.
it's a little cursed. I'm not gonna lie. It's feeling a little cursed. What the heck
At
were we
least
talking about? We're talking about George R. R. Martin never writing his book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're being very spurgy about how we like our books treated and stuff.
And we don't know if you had any inputs on that, aside from admitting that you are one of the perpetrators.
I am one of the perpetrators.
Sean him, Sean.
I do it with library books, you know, that's allowed, right? I don't like destroy them, but I have been known to give a healthy, you know, spine crack every now and again.
Yeah, I mean, those are library books. They are meant to be destroyed.
I don't know if the library would necessarily agree.
I don't think they're meant to be destroyed. But they are meant to be read by a lot of people.
Yeah, and I believe that also means that they are pretty much done so. And expected to be so.
They are well used, put it that way.
But yeah, I mean, that's why I also understand why they would be employing hardcovers, because and there's something nice about a good hardcover.
Yeah.
The last one I got was one of the Terramare books, and it was they also did it in a style that suggested it's an old book. Like they didn't probably cut the paper inside, so you had mismatched papers inside. So it's really was really like an old book,
like rough
style, and I really love that one.
Yeah.
So talking about public libraries and used books that are kind of used and abused by people. My wife used to volunteer at one of the local libraries, which also incidentally has one of those 3D printing kind of makerspace places.
Yeah.
But she was recalling hearing from the librarians random crap that like conditions that they've received books back in, and I believe one of them said that they once got a return book where somebody apparently was using as a bookmark a slice of cheese.
No.
Fuck.
Yeah, so that's thanks, public library system. Also, ugh.
Okay, it's not that gross, but I heard on the radio the other day that apparently, oh God, it's somewhere in Europe. I can't remember where. I think it might have been Denmark. Maybe it was Holland, or the Netherlands. Who calls it Holland? The Netherlands. They had this museum exhibition of like bookmarks, like things that people had left in books as bookmarks, and not gross stuff, like pictures, like personal photos, really old photos and stuff that's probably like precious to people, but they just forgot it in their library books. And someone was like collecting these at a library, and then they decided to make like an art exhibition or a museum exhibition out of it, which is, I think, kind of neat.
That's pretty cool. Definitely better
Yeah.
than a slice of cheese.
Slice of cheese should definitely have been included.
I mean,
Yeah.
I just want to. I'm just struggling to understand the mindset of going like, hey, I'm really wrapped with the interest in this section, but like I need to put it down because I need to do something. What's handy that I can use, to like mark where I am? I know.
Well, clearly
Using
what they were
this
doing
slice.
was cooking. And they just needed to put the book down while they were cooking.
I feel like that's giving the American populace like way too much credit.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't sound like they were in a space where they had access to other stuff. So I'm discounting the possibility of a kitchen because there would be paper towels or something like that.
Maybe not. You'd
Man,
think that there'd be a scrap of paper or something, but it's not.
like maybe like a rutabaga or like a leek or something. That seems a little bit better than
They're not skinny. You need a green onion.
oh, you slice a leek, obviously. You don't put it like a whole one. That's folly. That's ridiculous. Come on, man. Let them slice of cheese talk that you're having there, man. Like we
No,
can't
but
have
like
that.
slice of cheese, it's gonna be like a Kraft Singles, like a packaged one maybe. With
Oh,
plastic
obviously,
wrap
yeah, yeah.
on it. You know, they're like, oh, it's got plastic wrap, it's fine.
I mean, I hope it was plastic wrapped slice of cheese.
I'm not convinced it was.
Yeah, that's also not what I assume it was. I assume that there were big fat stains in the book from the cheese.
Gross.
As you would, but just like ugh. Ugh.
I don't think they would be remembering it if it wasn't the case. Wasn't like that.
I don't know. I don't think in any situation, regardless of the packaged or unpackaged situation of a cheese slice being used as a bookmark, I think regardless of it, I would probably remember the
Yeah.
slice of cheese used.
Tom Wilson
Not like
said most of his books used to have a bus ticket on them.
Yeah, bus
yep,
tickets are
got
good bookmarks.
movie tickets, movie stubs. I've got I use quite a number of those for
Any kind of
myself.
receipts?
Yep.
Okay.
It's
So
actually
I'm
kind of fun when you have like an old book and you find like an old receipt bookmark like on it, and you're just like, what was this for? And you're just like,
Yeah.
the Phantom Menace. Well, this was a long time ago.
Oh man.
Time capsules, not cheese time capsules.
Yeah, that's
That's
what, like,
for
when I heard about this exhibit with the bookmarks, it just sounded like a funky time capsule kind of shit.
if I'm ever in Denmark or Holland or wherever the hell this is. Gonna have to see if they still have it. That'd be cool.
What was that? What?
Brother Pink joined in. Oh, if they still have that bookmark exhibit in Holland or Netherlands or wherever the heck it was.
I don't know where it is. Somewhere
Cool
in
to
Europe.
check out.
And to answer Brother Pink's question, what kind of sculpting Mr. Pink is doing, he's not doing any sculpting, he's painting tonight.
Definitely pink.
Mm.
I think
Anything like
he's
his life
trolling.
depends on.
Was that
Well,
what?
that might as well be possible.
I am painting my warband for Vistarian. It's an Ink 28 event, so I have to learn how to paint Grimdark because I do not do that.
That's null oil all over
Oh,
everything.
that's a lazy man solution.
But it's a solution.
Okay, I clearly not long enough in this hobby. What's painting grimdark?
What?
Like
Grim
you
28? Like,
just said you have to paint it grimdark, so
Ink
I'm
28.
wondering what
Blanchetsu.
painting grimdark means.
Like Blanchetsu style. I'm not actually going to do that because I don't like
So
Blanchetsu style.
three colors and
A lot of, what's that
dark
stuff?
Yellows, lots of
Weather and
reds.
grime or whatever?
red and brown. Okay.
Put it on everything?
Sepia. Lots of
Sepia.
sepia.
Yeah, I've got a big thing of like ochre ink out in the studio. I should just slap that on everything.
Slap chop it.
That's basically what I'm doing with the like priming and then like washing them and then like putting contrast on it. It's kind of slap choppy.
See, I'm clearly not enough on social media. I mean, the names. I noticed the names, but I couldn't tell you the difference in techniques and stuff like that.
Slap chop is basically just like zenithal prime and then hit it with contrast.
I have no idea.
Well,
I know it's I know the painting influencers used to do it for a while. It was the new hotness for a hot minute, and then it went away.
Man,
yeah.
it's basically the new age version of dipping, right? Just because you
If it's
basically
dipping.
just black prime, white dry brush everything to just and like judicious use of dry brushing and then contrast paint for everything. Good.
Yeah.
Especially for mass produced stuff, like in like a nid swarm, any swarms. Really
It'll
fairly
work.
effective way of getting. I mean, you're never winning any golden demons or anything, but if you just want like a fairly decent looking army on the table, it's a really good
It's
way of.
popular because it's effective. Like,
And then every once in a while, you have people poo-pooing, so that's not a real technique, and stuff like, shut up! It's got a painted army.
it got miniatures
Yeah,
on
I
the
mean,
table.
as long as it's not the gray menace on the table, it doesn't matter how you got there.
Agreed.
And as somebody who only has gray men on the table,
Oh, someone just joined us.
Sounds like
it's
someone. Is that
Shane.
Brother Pink?
Oh man, no, it's Shane. What's up?
Oh, what? You made it?
Yep, I made
Hey,
it.
Shane.
Oh my God, are you okay? Is everyone okay?
No, I'm fine. Yeah, no, my fiance had to go to urgent care because she just had like a chronic cough all week.
Oh no.
So she wanted to go to urgent care and make sure it wasn't anything that required antibiotics, and she was running a little late because the waiting room was really full apparently.
Well, I just heard
Season.
urgent care and I was concerned about her.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. She's had like this. Actually, funny enough, they actually gave her a diagnosis this time. But like for the past like year or two, she's like every couple months had this like congestion and coughing issue, and it like just comes and goes. And like she's had it like I don't know the past year and a half, like 4 or 5 times.
Weird.
And her frankly useless doctor has not been able to diagnose exactly what's wrong, but the doctor at the urgent care was basically able to diagnose it as COPD. So
As what?
she got like some COPD. It's like chronic bronchitis basically.
Oh no.
Um,
Okay.
So she's got like these, I forget what they're called. They're like Rocky something. So like they're going to help her with the chronic symptoms. So
I was gonna say if she
So
needs
that's
some
good.
help with the chronic, she can come see me in Canada. Oh
I don't think that's going to help breathing issues.
no, I don't think that will. I would not recommend it.
But fennel and anise tea does. I also have chronic bronchitis, and fennel and anise tea. I can heartily recommend that one.
Honest tea, you said?
Anise, yes, with
Can you
fennel.
send me a link?
Yeah.
Send me some
sure.
links to them.
I will send it later if that's okay.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So what's everybody working on?
I am painting my warband for Visterion.
That
I have
model
3
looks
weeks
very
left.
cool.
And we were just
I
talking
can't
about how
quite
I'm mostly
discern.
kind of slap chopping it. I'm just like using as much contrast as I can.
Is that one of the ones that Hydra did?
Yeah, this is definitely the exact one that Hydra did.
It looks very Hydra.
Hydra did my whole warband. I did
Yeah.
the Thin Man for Marco. Marco paid Hydra for this warband. Hydra sent me this warband. That's how it all went together.
Did we ever figure out what happened to the Thin Man, or is he just
Yeah,
lost in the
actually, you
void?
know what? The Thin Man made it back to Canada, finally.
Oh,
I
good.
sent it on like July 20th. It made it back to Canada on September 11th, September 12th.
Oh,
It
good.
was in some kind of secret Canada Post facility because I put, I don't know, I think you've all received a package from me. I put bright pink return labels on my packages that have my address on them. But for some reason, when I was doing the shipment from Canada Post, the person at Canada Post entered my return address wrong. So they tried to send my package back to an address that didn't exist. And they were like, oh my God, why did you have your return address as an address that didn't exist? I'm like, did you look at the bright pink sticker on the package that says my real return address? They're like, why would we look at that? We have a digital label. I'm like, oh my.
Ugh.
So long story short, I
Government
finally got the
employees.
package. It took months. I paid for express shipping. That was a waste of money. Go Canada Post. But then I was gonna ship it out to Marco, and he was like, "Oh, I'm like traveling, and then I'm like diving, and we should wait till I'm back in Germany." And I like had a really busy week last week, and basically I finally shipped it out. It's finally going out. It's going out by DHL, good, efficient German postal service, not shitty Canadian postal service. And it's
I did
supposed to be
not
there by
know
Friday.
that DHL was I didn't realize DHL was German.
Yeah.
The D is for
H.
Deutschland, German.
Yeah, I kind of assumed that after the like they're German.
So isn't it then going to Marco and then being shipped again to
Anna.
Anna
Yeah.
to paint?
Yeah, but apparently they're planning like the 4th wave or something of the project, so it's good timing.
Oh, okay. Well, neat. What about Kajan and Will? What are you guys working on?
I'm working on crashing claws and siphons from scratch. So
Oh,
I'm
nice.
starting the beginning processes on that.
I'm working on the other half of my big Turbigon malefactor thing because never work on 2 opposite sides of a model at the same time, lest you come to regret life choices.
Oh, nonsense.
Oh, Will, the beauty of like sculpting on 2 opposite sides of the model is no one's ever going to be able to see 2 opposite sides of the model at the same time. So the stuff you sculpt has to be similar, but it doesn't have to be identical.
Yes, I learned to stop worrying about that when I resculpted the rib cage on my Talon Horror like 4 times, and now I've got it to a point where I'm like, this is even enough. I'm not
Yeah,
messing with
good
it anymore.
choice. Good decision.
But I'll know, guys. Deep down in my heart, I'll
That's
know.
true.
Tell your
It's
heart
like
to go
painting
to
the
hell.
interior of a tank and then gluing it shut anyways.
Yeah.
Nobody will ever see it, but you know it's painted.
Good
Well,
point.
I got fancy shipment
It's
in the
here.
mail.
It's here.
Oh yeah, you wanna? Okay, hold on.
Do you want me to make you change around your entire stream
Oh, it's
setup
okay. It's good.
halfway
I'm
through
glad
it?
you can make it. Will and Kajan, you okay if we shut down your video so that we can get maximum
Yeah, it's
maximum
fine.
shame?
I'm actually pretty much done with my sculpting for the night anyway, so
Hold on. I'm
I
gonna
would
make your
have-
thing big so people can see your progress before we shut it down. Oh.
Yeah, make Will's big because there's not much to see on mine.
Well, it's a little potato, but I'm gonna make it as big as I can. Here we go, Will. It's all you.
it's a big monster. Look at that. Look at those them ribby ribs. Rawr. Oh,
She's a beauty.
Baby back.
Looks good.
What was the Australian nature guy?
She's a beaut.
Yeah, that was the one.
Talking about Crocodile Hunter?
Yeah,
Steve Irwin.
Steve Irwin. There we go.
Steve Irwin, yeah. He was a cool dude.
He was.
A damn stingray.
Yeah, damn stingrays.
Damn Sting.
Although I like to think like that, like his ghost was like, "Oh, that's all right, mate."
Yeah, that's probably was his reaction. I
there's
deserve
probably-
that one.
There's probably some people out there who think that it's like, well, the animals finally got there. Oh, he finally got his comeuppance for all his wrestling of wild animals his whole life.
I mean, that was pretty much my take on it. He went out doing what he loved to do.
Yeah,
Grabbing dangerous animals that can kill you.
pissing off monsters. Okay, so should we switch to Shanavision
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
main show?
You are now watching this in Shanavision.
Whoa.
You are now watching Shane TV. Wait, hold on. Kajan,
I also kind of pseudo figured out my camera. I've realized now that the autofocus is just awful, so I've got to like refocus it like with the camera app.
I think it's also your lighting
basically.
situation. Your light looks very yellow.
Yeah, the lighting's not great either, but there's not really much I could do about that in the current situation.
That's okay. While we're waiting, we'll get some water. Be right back.
So just let me know when you're good.
Yeah, Kajan and Will still have their cameras on.
Okay, I'm turning it off.
Yeah, mine's essentially off. You guys are missing nothing. Nothing.
No, I think like the camera being on like
Makes the
takes
window
up the,
smaller.
takes up the space.
So, yeah.
So I guess first off, I could show off what I've
Ooh,
been
it's a bear.
working on. The bear. He has funny ears.
Cthulhu bear.
Yes.
Oh, I love those ears. They're adorbs.
And then he's got his little cybernetic stuff. And then I'm gonna be also attaching this to this leg. So he's got kind of like a
Robo leg.
like robo leg. I thought I was gonna do like the full leg, but I think I'm just gonna like inlay the like the techie part into the leg. And then I might give him like a power claw, a bear power claw, power bear claw.
Oh, okay. I
Sure.
thought you
Or I might just
you
keep
would
the claw
be.
like that. I don't know yet.
I just
still gotta
thought you
turn
would
to autofocus.
be doing the on the leg thing like an exoskeleton type of support.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh,
Focus was
you had it,
working a
you had
second
it.
ago.
Oh my god, it's so
There
pretty.
you go. So he's coming along. He's mostly just got like green stuff I gotta fill in. And then like a couple of pieces to attach. And then I'm also working on this guy with his
Nailed it.
bell hammer.
Ooh, he's looking good.
So let me see if I can just kind of slide it into his hand. So he's got his big old bell hammer.
Just gonna grab your
Oh,
new boss
nice.
logo because I realized I didn't have it.
So for what game is that? Like, is it going to be a diorama or for?
No, it's just gonna be a model. It's gonna be a model for my Triptych 28 project. And then I also came up with this arm. I really like this arm. This is from the torturer from not Soul Blight.
Icons.
What are the ghosty guys?
Icons.
Night Haunts, yeah.
Night Haunts,
The torturer guy. I was able to snip away the skull part, and I like that it's like this like kind of creepy long gangly arm. Can't attach it right. But anyways, it'll look cool when it's done, I think. But then I also got something pretty exciting in the mail.
Da-da-la.
It's the Malstrain Alpha. And I haven't opened it yet.
Yay.
So we will unbox it together on Shanavision.
Lucky us. Where the heck did I save it?
And
Do
I'm
not
probably going to
adjust
close
your
my
television.
camera here for a second and like adjust the focus so it's not constantly
Sure,
going in and out
go
of
for it.
focus. But let me just open up the box first.
Trying to figure out stuff.
Oh no,
Nothing to
Electro
figure
Dust
out.
Bunny thinks he's getting his wisdom teeth removed.
Oh, has anyone had that experience? I dodged it.
Yeah,
I have.
I have it.
I have. I had to do it in two batches over the course of the
Yeah.
same year, and only had a local anesthetic for both times. It
Oh
sucked.
no.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Same here. I got the left side removed while I was in the army, and the other 2 or 3 years later, the other side went out. And local anesthesia, and I can recommend getting lots of painkillers.
I got some Aleve and some ice cream.
Some Aleve and some ice cream?
Yeah.
Because you're
But
tough as nails?
No, it's because my parents didn't have insurance.
Oh no. Oh.
This is
Thanks.
America.
Welcome to
Thanks,
America
America.
land.
I mean, I also only got over-the-counter painkiller for mine, so you want to get both paracetamol and ibuprofen and double that up, because both have the other types of the pain.
All right.
Like
So
one has with the
focus
nerve issues
weird.
and the other.
Yeah.
with
So the blur, it's gonna be blurry. I focused it so the stuff up close is in focus.
Okay.
I had to put it on like manual focus. So, well, first off, we got the
There we
base.
go.
Not particularly exciting.
I
It's
had
just a 40mm
Yep.
Necromunda base.
Wait, can you show us the packaging?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Packaging. Necromunda.
Well, I'm like a monument
Balustrade
hobby show.
Alpha. Ooh. One thing I will say right off the bat is Forge World has really upped their game with their casting quality. This is a lot
Good.
better than it used to be.
Oh, good.
So all right. So first bit here, it looks like we got his
Face.
head and some claws. I'm not sure where those go exactly. I don't know what this thing
What's
is.
that thing on the left? Weird.
Yeah, I can't really tell.
Part of an arm?
That's a lower jaw.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, I think
Yeah,
you're
you
right.
can
Yeah,
see
it's
it.
his neck. It's like his neck and lower jaw.
Okay, that headpiece is fire. If somehow there were replicas of it going around, that would be a great bit to work with.
Oh yeah, I got this model specifically for conversions. I'm hoping because it's got a lot of pieces. Like there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 separate sprue gates with lots of different pieces on them. So here's, I believe these are pieces of his arm.
Yeah.
Yep. Looks like it.
Camera's working pretty
And
good.
here's some creepy hands. Pretty great little hand bits.
It really is like great ass
Ooh.
and like cast like pairing.
What?
Like how they cast it, like and like the I don't know what the terminology for these groups of bits on like one
Sprue gate?
low
Yeah, it's a
group.
gate. It's a
Yeah.
sprue gate. Looks like this gate is missing a piece. I don't know if that's intentional or if my
It
kit is
does
missing
kind
a
of
piece.
look it might have like fallen off of the sprue gate.
Yeah, maybe. I don't see a piece floating around, but I'll.
I mean, maybe they have their gate is like that. I mean, the
Yeah, it
base
doesn't
gate.
really. Looking at it, doesn't really look like anything snapped off. I'm not sure. This piece I can see being pretty useful because it's kind of just a cool general basing element
Oh, neat.
with
Yeah.
got a little like mini capillary tower type detail on the side.
Oh, that's kind of a rough capillary tower, though.
Yeah, it's definitely. It kind of actually. It's interesting. It kind of almost looks more like a like kind of cone shaped. Like it's
Yeah.
almost like I don't know how to describe it. Almost like a pine tree type thing.
Why would there be a capillary tower?
And then there is
Well, it's
more
a
arms.
messed up capillary tower. It's like the whole like mutated
Yeah, but
gene sealer
mm,
weirdness in there.
yeah, but never mind.
And oh,
Enjoy
here's his
it,
tail.
Kajan.
And his tiny little connector points for his legs, because he's got really disproportionately skinny legs.
Uh-oh.
It's fun.
Okay. Mm.
Oh, this must be his big beater arm.
So
Don't know where the
weird.
hand
Like, it's
is.
kind of, I don't know. I can't really see what's going on. Not because
Yeah,
of
I
the
think
camera, because of the design.
yeah, I think it's like this is where the or shoot, I'm all messed up. This is where the hand or the arm connects to the body, and then I think this is where the hand goes.
So basically, what I'm hearing is that what we really need is like Ryan's on minis to paint this up so that we can see it shine.
Well, he's working
Yeah.
on it
Oh, here's the
now.
actual fist. Here's the big hand.
Oh, that's a
Although the
chunky.
fingers are
Ooh,
missing,
that's
so
a
it looks like
nice
the
It's
one.
pretty
fingers are a
flat.
separate piece.
Oh, the fingers are missing. Okay.
Yeah, the fingers. Oh, that's
This-
interesting. Look at that. The I didn't notice. So he's got like this
Is,
one tiny arm, like right here,
Oh,
is that
Oh,
little
flashing?
that's
flashing?
like
dual arm.
gripping.
Is that an? Oh yeah, that's an
Yeah,
arm
that
on
is-
top.
Okay, that's a nice little feature right there. I like that.
Interesting.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. It's like the second arm is like
With
melding
that,
into the
yeah.
other one. Because
What's
I
kind
was
of
wondering, does
interesting?
he have 4 arms or only 3? And it looks like this fourth arm has like melded into the giant arm, which is
I
kind
was
of cool.
expecting the giant arm to be a twofer.
You know what's kind of
Uh,
interesting? They have this kind of like Sylvaneth-ish kind of quality
Yes,
on some of the lines.
yeah,
I agree.
I agree.
Tom
So this
Wilson
is,
just.
I think this is the part that goes between the tail and the torso.
Oh yeah, the little
It's
like
kind of got like a long
abdomen.
extendy body. Really like the spinal column detail on the underside.
Oh yeah, that
Oh,
is nice.
nice. Yeah.
Oh, question. Did they give instructions on how to assemble this?
No,
What?
there are no
There's no
instructions.
instructions?
Oh,
There are
you are gonna
no,
YOLO the shit out of this.
Forge
yeah,
World. Get your shit
which is
together.
interesting. Yeah, because usually Forge World kits do have instructions.
Are they like
There's
online or something?
There's
maybe I'll
nothing
have to look
inside.
online.
Okay.
So there's the tongue and the feet. This is
Mm,
his little
yeah.
toesies.
That tongue bit is 100% gonna snap.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Yeah,
I'm all for like YOLO,
absolutely.
like figure it out yourself, but this thing looks very complicated.
Like that one you
I do
need to
kind of
snap
like.
off like
Yeah.
at the flow gate.
Oh yeah.
Or yeah, absolutely. Before you try to snap it off near the actual bit.
Yeah. It's also
Huh?
probably gonna need pinning. Not that that would probably help. But I like that it's got 2 separate like tongue ends. It's kind of cool.
Is
Yeah.
it reversible?
Oh yeah. Maybe. Yeah,
Anything
the
is if you're
connector
ambitious
point is
enough.
kind of on a ball joint, so I could see it like you could probably have it pointed one way or the other.
Find it interesting how they do their sprue gates and their the connections for the resin.
Yeah. Here's another torso bit. Torso's in a lot of pieces. It's in like 3 pieces. And here's the like back part, like where the head goes. I like this detail a lot.
The little like
What is
hood
that? That like goes
section.
behind its head or no?
Yeah, this is like
Oh, I
the
see. Okay.
torso part where his
That
head
is a
goes.
decent bit.
I like the little like tumor blobs between the
They're too
carapace. I think it's a
spherical
cool
for me.
look.
They're not.
Really? I think it looks cool. I think it'll be cool painted up. Because
Well,
you
yeah,
could
I think
paint
it's
it like
you're gonna have to sell it. With...
and then I think this is the last bit. Oh, that's super cool though. So here's the lower torso, but look, it's got like a Dimachairon type thing going on.
Oh, interesting. It's like opening up there.
Yeah, it's like you can see its lungs and stuff.
Well, yeah, Ryan's
Huh.
minis mentioned that it's like some exposed organ action.
That's
neat.
really cool. This bit alone is like worth its weight in gold. I love this. I
So
didn't
it's
even
not
know
much
this.
worth. I imagine that's not really heavy.
I will say that these casts for all these parts look really just well done.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is like the casting quality compared to what I'm used to with Forge World is pretty impressive.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, I have like some basic ass like Forge World stuff, and like even those, it's like, oh come on, man, like seriously, like what were you guys doing? But like especially for like such a multi-part model as this one, like I'm kind of impressed. I'm not
Yeah,
even angry.
figured I'd show off the bear a little closer while we got the good
Oh
focus.
yeah, I love the bear.
Tom Wilson commented, I think all companies should do sprue gates like Curtis at Ramshackle.
Yeah, do you guys know about Curtis at Ramshackle sprue gates?
Nope.
I do
Nope.
not.
I do
Curtis
not.
uses it was wicked. We were there, like Tom was there with I was there with Tom was there with me. We were at it's like the weird uh science lab of miniature making where you got Louise and what's his name? Pete? Is he the honest war gamer? Rob? Rob. You got Louise and Rob upstairs. And then you got Curtis of Ramshackle Games and a bunch of other random miniature artists downstairs. And Curtis, when he's casting stuff, he makes his sprue gates into terrain. You can actually see it if you get some of Anna Polanska's um, miniatures, where you'll get her miniatures and they'll be on a sprue gate. But the sprue gate she's like made it into like terrain. And like he casts it in a way that
Oh,
you can just snap
nice.
off that sprue gate and use it as like a barricade or something. It's so smart.
Oh, that's cool.
It's really
I
That's a
actually
lot of
found the
fun. Yeah.
piece that broke off. I found the
oh
piece
good.
that broke off the thing.
Oh
It's a
fuck.
little
Speaking of
hand.
pieces that broke off.
It's a little hand
Oh,
bit.
it's so small.
And I don't
So
know where the
tiny.
fingers are.
I
Oh.
believe we talked about that. I think that's meant to be that way. I
Oh, that he's just
think,
got no fingers?
yeah, I think one of the models was weird like that. Let me check.
Did you go over the
Walking
other
around
arm, like the
screwed.
non-beefy arm? Did I miss it? Because that's the one that I saw and I was like, oh, I don't know if I like that.
So I don't know which one is the non-beefy
Like
one.
there's the big fist, the big punchy fist.
Yeah.
And then the other one, it's like the arms kind of like are intertwined with each other, but not like they grew together. Just like it was sculpted so that they're overlapping. I'll look.
And
Oh, his
um,
hand is on the
it's on the pipe.
yeah, the fingers are
The
attached
fingers
to
are
the
in the
pipe.
pipe. Yeah,
Yeah. So like in there.
I just saw it as well.
Yeah. They're like right there. Because he's like gripping the pipe. So the hand was like it's like something like this. It's like that. Or
Oh, your
like that.
camera's going a little weird right now. I don't know why. Get low
Oh,
resolution.
It doesn't like that I'm in focus for once. It's like, no, this is against nature. Shane's camera has to be out of focus. So yeah,
Just
it's like that.
remember,
Like it touches. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna like put him together like he's supposed to, but maybe I could take the bits off and dry fit him, see what he looks
might be a
like all
lot of work to
together.
dry fit. Seems very complicated.
Yeah, but maybe I'll put him together and I'll just want to keep him the way he is. Unlikely, but you never know.
Yeah.
But I got this kit for just generic weird mutated Tyranids.
Cool.
And I felt like this kit was kind of a gold mine of bits like that. Especially this torso. This torso is so cool.
So now that you see it, now that you have it in your hand, now that you see it, you're happy with it for that purpose?
Yeah, yeah, I like it a lot.
Great.
I'm
Good.
not
Happy to hear
I'm
it.
not disappointed. Yeah,
We
this
got
bit is
somebody.
probably my favorite.
We got somebody named Schnubbits joining in. I'm not familiar with Schnubbits.
Schmoobits?
Welcome.
Snoobots. Yeah. Snoobots.
Welcome,
What's that?
Schnubbits. Oh, this is the arm
Nice.
you're talking about, Nick. It's this one. It's this weird bit.
How'd those bastards get me?
What did you do?
Oh,
I just parked in this parking
Thank
lot and I
Mr.
didn't have
Pincus.
anything on my dashboard.
Trevor Parker yelled at you. Away.
No one yelled at me.
Look, Thomas drove away.
No one. I was in the car. I got in the car. I drove off. There was no one coming after me. Sorry.
You
Stop
are
looking
not
good.
muted.
Stop. What the heck? So you guys talk amongst yourselves.
No worries.
Yeah,
you're not muted if you're talking.
you're not
If you're
muted.
So.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
I mean, Jet is welcoming Nora, so.
So this is the weird arm that Mr. Pink was talking about. It's like this arm like goes through this arm and comes out the other side, which is kind of weird. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with him. I think it's gonna be a fun model to play with.
Yeah, it looks like a great model.
Yes, and here's the bear again. Mr. Bear. I'm excited to paint him because I'm gonna I'm probably gonna make it a really garish purple.
Garish purple.
Yeah, in the old Rogue Trader books, the Cathalian Cudbears were described as being purple. So I want to paint him purple. And then this is the bit I might replace his tail with. I might give him like a little like exhaust tail.
Oh, okay.
But I haven't quite decided if that's too silly. It
I
might
think
be a
it's
little
pretty
too
cool,
orcish.
Shane.
I just don't know if it's too orky. Like I don't want him
It's a
to
little
look too
orky.
much like an orc contraption.
It's a little orky.
It is a little orky.
I don't know.
That's why I'm kind of feeling like maybe that's not the play. But I definitely got to do away with this because like it's a very like I mentioned on the last stream this model is originally like basically they were trying to make like a giant monstrous Wolverine, but then the face didn't really end up looking very Wolverine-ish, but then they still kept the Wolverine kind of tail. I think it ended up looking more like a bear with a Wolverine tail, but I feel like I need to do away with the tail to get away from the Wolverine look. But I haven't quite decided what I want to do. If I want to just sculpt him a new, like more bear-like tail, or if I want to give him like some kind of, what was it, the Thagomizer? If I want to give him like a techno Thagomizer.
Ooh, techno Thagomizer. Please do. That sounds fantastic.
It does sound really
So
good.
that's an option, but I haven't quite decided yet. So if you have any ideas in the chat for what to do with the tail or what you think would look cool,
The only thing with
I'd
the
appreciate it.
Techno Thagomizer is I'd recommend that it not be out of scale. Like, don't go too Thagomizer, and then like it kind of like dwarfs or eclipses like the size of the body.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
kind of what I'm worried about, is that it'll be distracting from the rest of the model.
Yeah.
But I need to put the focus back to auto. There we go. Okay. So that's all I had. I just wanted to show off the mouse strain
Nice.
alpha.
Thanks.
Since there's really not a lot of them online so far. Most of them are just like assembled. Like there's not a lot of pictures or videos of like the actual bits,
Yeah.
which probably would be useful for people who are trying to put them together.
For those people who are
And
like, what the hell, 4-year-old? Why don't you give me some instructions?
yeah, well, sometimes their instructions aren't that useful anyways, but
Oh, okay.
I think the highlight bits for me are definitely definitely the like. I'll see if I can get it to focus again because I just turned on the autofocus again. Probably now it's not going to work. Oh, there we go. Kind of a little bit. I like this bit. The chest bit is really cool, and then I really like these hands too. These hands are really cool,
Nice.
especially this one with like the two giant claws. I
Yeah,
think
those
are
are
really
neat.
cool because the fingers have like melded into one another. So yeah, I am definitely excited to build this kit up, see what I can do with it.
Shane, you had any other hobby stuff happening recently? I guess we didn't really go over hobby stuff happening.
I've just been working on the bear and a little bit
Yep.
on the hammer guy, the bell hammer guy. And then I've also been playing around with so one of the main characters in my Triptych 28 project is an Inquisitor, and I've been like fumbling over exactly how I want to do him. But I think I finally found a base model that I'm happy with that
Great.
I think is going to serve as a good basis for him. So I've kind of been playing around with bits for that.
What model's
Um,
that? Do you want to share? Or...
yeah, it's so it's from a company called Big Child Creatives. They make this really cool line of like Arthurian tales, like King Arthur and stuff, and they had this
Yep.
cool Mordred model. And
Oh, neat.
I've already chopped away a lot of the little details that I didn't like,
Yeah.
but I thought he looked pretty cool because I kind of wanted to go for if anybody
Oh,
ever
so
watched
that's the model you
yep
decided to go with.
yep yep. So Will is referring to the fact that for a long while I was looking for a non-bearded, long-haired head
Oh, does that not
that wasn't an
exist?
elf head from Games Workshop, and that is a remarkably hard thing to find.
Oh, it is an Eldar or elf.
Like one that isn't screaming, one that isn't disproportionately large because it's like a space marine,
Yeah.
and isn't also bearded. The only one I could find was like from the Blood Bowl Vampires kit, and that head is like really small because the model itself is supposed to be like a like have its blood drained, so he's like all gaunt.
Oh, okay.
And so then I found I found this out of production Wood Elf Blade Lord model, which had a really good head, but the only one available was like $150,
Oh no.
and I was like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. And then I did it anyways.
What?
Yeah, I bought the model specifically to use the head. And then I got it and I looked at it and I'm just like, this still just isn't right.
Is that the one
And
that's like standing on like a log or something on a weird angle holding a
yes,
sword?
yes, exactly that one.
Oh man, I really
Um,
like that model. I don't know if I like it $150 worth, but I think it's a damn cool model.
yeah, it is like completely unavailable now though. You can't even get it in like you can't get it on the Games Workshop shop anymore.
Dang.
But I figure I'll save it. Maybe I'll do an old world army of what else. I was always kind of semi interested in doing what else. So but then a buddy of mine sent me Big Child Creatives, not specifically for this model, but he
Yeah.
was like, "Have you checked out these, King Arthur models? Are really cool." Um, and I found a couple actually cool models from them. But the Mordred, I was like, "Oh, if I just kind of chop away the crown, that that would be a pretty good basis." Let me see if I can find the packaging so I can show you what like the base model looks like. Here he is. Got like the little card that goes on. So that's like what the base model looks like. So I chopped away the crown, so he's
Oh,
just
okay,
gonna have
gotcha.
the long hair, and I got rid of the shield arm and the sword arm, and I'm gonna do like add some techie bits to make him look a little more like an Inquisitor. I've got like a big Inquisitor hat put on his head, so I'm kind of going for a little bit of a Vampire Hunter D kind of look.
Yep.
So obviously he needed long hair to pull that look off. So
Are you getting him a big floopy hat?
oh yes, he's got the big floopy hat from this pack? Yeah. From the Witch Hunter from Cursed City.
Oh, nice.
I got it right here. Yeah. So it's this hat. Maybe if it'll focus. Imagine that's a hat and not just a vaguely triangle shaped thing in my hand.
Not a blob.
I carved away because it's like the hat is folded because he's got his gun over his shoulder and it's like kind of pushing the brim of his hat over. So I had to cut that part off and I'm gonna have to like resculpt the brim around it, but that should be pretty easy. But yeah, that's another model I'm working on. I'm still trying to meet my goal that I had for myself for my hobby goal, which was to complete enough miniatures so I could do that Instagram post where everybody puts like the models they did that year around a picture of themselves. And right now I've still got
Oh, you need
4
9?
models I need to complete to make that goal. So
8 technically, because you just need one around yourself, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
8.
8,
I
yeah.
got to do 8 total. So I've got sorry, somebody's calling me. So I've got 4 completed already, and then I've got this guy's like almost done, and then the bell guy's almost done, and then I think this guy might be one of them, and then I got to figure out a 4th one. So
Cool.
2 months to do it, but I think I could do it.
Nice. Well, good luck.
Yeah, I'll need it. That's it for me. I feel like I've been talking a lot. Everybody.
Will and
else has-
Kajan, have you been up
no
to
problem.
any other things in the last week? So, hobby related?
Not really. I've been casting molds.
Oh yeah, for your edibles.
For the yeah. Other than that, no, nothing.
Yeah. Honestly, I haven't had a lot of hobby time, which is why I always just kind of enjoy these streams because it
Good.
means that I'm usually actually getting through stuff. And I think because a lot of the things I'm working on are like, you got to start painting, sculpting stuff. I'm like, oh no, it's like a huge amount of sculpting. So just these streams are down. But other than that, in my free time, I've been still kind of like vaguely brainstorming things for November, but that's about
nice.
it.
Yeah, November's coming up, friends. Next Friday will be November, and we'll be returning to the Creature Conference at long last because we skipped one to get back on schedule, and Flynn Hammer is going to be launching November on that stream, but I think he's going to post about it before. The theme for this year is biomorphs. He's got a whole write up for it. Not Dachande. That storyboard guy, Aaron's made some art for it, which is pretty cool. It's on the stream card for the next stream. So you can look forward to that, and you can start thinking about what you're going to do for November. You can do any Tyranid in November. It's like a happy, shiny Tyranid community event. But if you want to participate in like the prompt side of things, the prompt is going to be about biomorphs, like Tyranid mutations. So that's pretty wide open. I think Flynn has some more specific ideas that he'll share, but yeah.
There is a sort of there will be a fun sort of D6 it option for
Oh,
prompt
where
too,
you can like
which
roll for the prompt?
yeah, so there's a little bit of flexibility and like the fun stuff you guys get to do.
Yeah, because we had that. Oh, there was when we did the like cards, there was like a D whatever. You like generated a
yeah,
random
those
number and it assigned you like a creature from a card.
Yeah.
yeah, that was fun. I think it was like a
that was fun.
D20.
didn't realize this guy's wearing gloves. I thought he was barehanded. Shit. Oh well.
Give him one white glove like Michael Jackson.
I wanted to paint it like skin color, but
Oh, also, I feel like this is a really good time now that it's 9:30 to say that if you like the stream, you should like, subscribe, and leave a comment.
thanks, Will. Stream has been a bit of a mess, but we got it together. Wait, Shane, you missed the messy part, right?
Shane said he would be right back.
Oh, I think he missed the messy part. Well, maybe we're gonna get messy again now that Shane's gone.
Maybe Shane was the our
The bomb.
metaphorical lucky rabbit's foot.
There we
keeping this
go.
thing.
I like it. Yeah, so Simon put these like tricorn hats on these guys, and I kind of just want to leave them yellow, but I really think I need leather tricorn hat.
What color is the rest of the outfit going to be? Did you say
Yellow.
a
So it's
pinkish?
gonna be like oil. Oh, really off. Like oil slickers, like the old school fishing boating gear that was covered. I actually had to look it up. It was covered in linseed oil and paraffin, and that's why you know how there's like that stereotypical like yellow raincoat.
Yeah.
Apparently, the yellow color came from linseed oil and paraffin together, which they used to like waterproof them. So that's what I wanted to do because I want them to be like fishermen. Also, I rarely like I know my Tyranids, some people might say my Tyranids are yellow. I don't think of them as yellow, I think of them as green. So I've never really painted any yellow. So I was trying to break out of my mold. Yeah, so some of these guys have like hats that look more like fisherman hats, and some of them look more like pirate hats. I'm thinking I should do the pirate hats as other. I can do the fisherman hats as just normal yellow like the rest of them. Oh, as I'm plugging the as I'm plugging the Flynn Hammer November stream, I should also plug the next Nick and Nora stream, which Nora's master's program is getting heated right now. I'm like, hey, we got a stream on the weekend. She's like, we got a what on the what? So yeah. We're gonna be streaming on Sunday. I think we're gonna be streaming at a time that's like maybe better for Europeans and not so great for North Americans, but it is going to be at 9 a.m. on Sunday morning, which seems kind of early for a Sunday, but she decided it. And we have a loose theme for the stream, which is like balancing hobby and relationships. Oh no, wait, I'm not gonna go live. Don't worry. I just want to. Oh, it's freaking out because I'm streaming with you guys and then I'm trying to do it. Didn't have time right. Yeah, so if you're around on Sunday, we're gonna try for another Nick and Nora stream. And this one is supposed to be about relationships, and I made a Google form. I don't think anyone's actually like filled out the Google form, but it's in the description of the stream. And the idea is please share your own experiences of how hobby and relationships intersect. So positive, less positive, whatever. I will put it in the chat.
It's an interesting topic.
Oh,
Could be a very
what?
Could be a very controversial topic.
Sorry, something in my room is getting real loud. What'd you say, Shane? I didn't hear that.
I was saying it could be a very very controversial topic. Very incendiary.
It better not be a controversial topic. I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, I think it really depends on people's relationships. There's a lot of, back and forth about, you know, the balance of hobbies and relationships, and usually it revolves around, you know, at least in my experience from, men I know who have hobbies like this, feeling like they're not allowed to have their hobbies.
I'm hoping that's kind of an old school approach to things.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
I hope that that's going the way of the dinosaur.
Hold on, I know my camera just died. I'm trying to fix it.
It doesn't see a Jurassic Park like resurgence.
Jurassic Park, like what?
Resurgence.
What are you talking about?
I said I hope it's going the way of the dinosaur, that way of
Oh,
thinking,
okay. It was the
and I
joke.
hope
Okay,
it
I missed
doesn't
the
have a
joke. Sorry.
Jurassic
Sorry.
Park like resurgence.
The way of the dinosaur minus Jurassic Park, bringing the dinosaurs back. Okay, here we
Yes,
go.
yes.
I don't know why I just turned my camera back on because I'm just gonna try and pull up a screen to show you. There we go. Oh, it's kind of working, maybe. Oh, it's working. What do you know?
I gotta read the chat real quick.
And it's
Keep
upside
my-
down for reasons.
Tom Wilson, having read the actual Vampire Hunter D books, that's awesome, because most people are only really exposed to like the movies and the OVAs. So it's nice to see somebody else who's actually read the books.
I might have watched those 1,000 years ago when I was in my anime phase. I can't.
Oh, the movies are phenomenal. Like Bloodlust is great, and the OVA is also great. But the books are also really good. If you haven't read them, I definitely recommend them.
All right. If you want to participate in the thing, I would really appreciate it if you told us about your experience with hobby and tips. Otherwise, we're just flapping our gums in the wind. You can fill it out. You can be anonymous. Where's the link? I'll put the link in the chat. Live streaming. Live streaming. There's the chat. There's the link. So, oh wait, whoops. Damn it! Hold on a sec. No doxes. Pop out chat.
I
Yeah.
also got this guy.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, I also got this guy for Big Jaw Creatives, who I'm going to be turning into like a Crusader, Imperial Crusader.
Oh my god, it's 1 pixel again. Do this to me.
So yeah, I definitely recommend checking them out if you haven't. They do mostly like larger scale stuff. Not
Yeah.
really stuff that works for war games, but the Arthurian Tales line is pretty good for wargaming. It's 35mm scale, but honestly, the models
So is 40K.
with the current GW scale don't look that far off. Some of these GW
Okay.
models nowadays are like huge.
Finally recovered. Link is in the chat. Send us some things. And it's not just relationships like significant others. It's also supposed to be like relationships with your friends, your family, or your partner. So I've spoken to some members in the hobby community who like say that they have trouble telling their like honest to goodness just buddies about their hobby. Like they feel very self-conscious about talking to their friends about their hobby, or maybe their family. Yeah, so just like how easy do you find it to talk to your friends, family, or partner about your hobby? Got a Likert scale. I don't know if I did it right. How supportive do you feel that your friends, family, or partner are of your hobby? Can you tell us about a time when you felt that a friend, family member, or a partner said or did something that made you feel like they supported you in the hobby? Can you tell us about a time when you felt that a friend, family member, or partner said or did something that made you feel uncomfortable about your hobby? What is one thing that you wish you could tell your friends, family members, or partner about what your hobby means to you? And is there anything else you'd like to tell us about your experiences sharing your hobby with friends, family, or loved ones? There you go. That's our form.
Finally,
How do you like it?
I mean, it wouldn't cover my negative experience, so
It wouldn't cover your negative
it
experience?
wouldn't, no, because the one really negative experience I've had was with my therapist, where I was going for my depression and stuff like that.
Oh.
And he was really dismissive of my hobbies.
That's shitty. We didn't go to him anymore.
That sounds like
No.
a terrible therapist.
Yeah.
I'm not going there anymore. But yeah, he was really dismissive. He didn't think much about my choice of hobbies.
That's someone who doesn't sound very good at their job.
Yeah.
I can't imagine being a therapist and then making somebody feel worse.
I don't think he meant to, but it was more an offhand comment about wasting time.
Oh wow.
It's like, but you would think that a therapist would be one of the most conscious people about how their words affects people's emotions.
You would think so, yes. You definitely would, but this particular one wasn't. Wasn't really.
He skipped that part of his
There's no bueno.
Yeah.
ruling, I guess.
He also. I also was talking about going back to school and. It's like over a decade ago,
Yeah.
and wanting to go back to school and maybe study. And I was like, I would be interested in psychology. And he gave me this whole lecture about how people that have mental problems will always be drawn to self-diagnose stuff, and that's why they want to go into psychology. And I was like, that's actually not why I'm interested in this
So did you
stuff,
turn
but
around and
yeah,
say, okay,
thank you.
buddy, tell me about your mental problems and why you went into psychology?
Yeah, I was about to say, it sounds like
That's-
somebody's projecting a little bit.
He's inviting himself.
But that's what the headspace I was in at that time. I
Oh,
mean, I
no.
was severely depressed, and
That's
that's
shitty.
why I even went in the first place. I was very vulnerable at that point, and yeah, my first therapist was terrible.
Sounds like he was
and
not a
I'm
great
going
person to
there
talk to
anymore.
when you're feeling vulnerable.
No, he wasn't.
Sorry you had such a shitty experience.
But yeah, that's what was the one really bad experience I've had with people with regards to my hobby.
I mean, I feel like that's still on topic, even though it's not like a friend, family member relationship. But
yeah, but it wouldn't be covered by the
Holy
form.
shit.
And you just asked what we think about the form, so that's why I mentioned
good
it.
point. Good point. Thanks for sharing it.
We got resin flying all over the room.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
So I don't know if anyone's actually going to respond to this, but hopefully someone. Oh, Shubnuts. Is that who you're talking about? Schnubnuts?
Yes,
We've seen them before.
okay.
Or maybe they messaged me on
okay.
Instagram. They look familiar.
I shared the link to Hydra's work on the model you were painting.
Thank you.
Because you were asking about what that conversion was.
I guess I can should I put the batteries back in my camera? Here's the
I
box.
recently came around to I guess this is kind of a recent hobby development. I've recently come around to the conclusion that I have more models than I will ever complete in my lifetime.
I think we all come to
And
that
that's okay.
conclusion. I try not to think about it.
Yeah, and that's okay. That was also the conclusion I came to. I was like, I will not have time to finish all these models before I die, and that's okay.
Nora has asked me, what do you want me to do with all these models if you, like, die before I do? I don't know. Give them to Craig. Craig, you still here? You're getting all my models. Hope you're happy about it. Brother Pink.
Funny, because every once in a while I keep bitching at work about, like, I would love to retire early, and everyone's like, "But then you wouldn't have anything to do. You'd be so
Oh.
bored at
Oh,
home." I'm
oh,
like, the hell I
oh,
wouldn't. It's
oh
like, are you
man.
kidding me? I'm
I
so out of time for the stuff that I wanted to.
Yeah. When I've heard people be like, "My God, like what it like was they talk about like guaranteed income or something like that. They're like, "Oh my God, what would I do with my time?" I'm like, "Man, you got a boring life. You need to get some hobbies."
Yeah, get a fucking hobby.
Because I've got a wealth of things that I would be doing with my time if I was retired or I don't know, whatever.
And like that also kind of comes into the topic we were just discussing. I tend to find, and this has maybe just been my experience, but I tend to find that a lot of the people who are not supportive of people's hobbies in relationships are people in the relationship who they themselves do not have their own hobbies.
Yeah, agreed. They don't understand like
And
having
I think
something that
it's really
isn't.
sad. I think it's really sad when people don't have a hobby.
Yeah.
I just noticed the weird little barnacles at the fringes of this guy's coat.
What? Oh yeah, so how'd you
Barnacles.
put barnacles on all these guys? They're pretty great. I gotta
Nice.
figure out how I'm gonna
I
paint
like it.
them. I feel bad because
I,
I had to reinforce the spear, but Hydra put this really badass like knife sword thing, butcher blade beside this guy, and I kind of had to like cover it with the netting, but you can still kind of see it through around the back. But anyway, this guy's pretty cool. He's got a lot of barnacles.
I'm gonna
Oh,
call him Barney.
oh, I had something else kind of funny
Yeah.
happen. So along with this shipment of the mouse strain alpha, I also got a package from Raging Heroes. Now, I have not
What?
ordered from Raging Heroes since the controversy with their Kickstarter.
Kickstarter? You got like a late Kickstarter?
No, no, this was a separate order. I already got my Kickstarter a long time ago, and all the models were crap, so I hadn't ordered anything from them in like 6 years.
Where did this
Uh,
package come from?
no, I bought it. I paid them. I
Oh,
I bought some models from them just because I was like, I'd seen some posts on Instagram of people who've gotten their models, and I was kind of like, oh, maybe I'll give them one more try. I'll give them another chance.
yeah.
And so I bought some. I bought these like Worm Rider models, and because they look kind of cool, and I thought they had some cool bits that looked like they would work for like some Tyranid conversions. And I will say right off the bat, the casting quality is like leagues better than it used to be.
Oh, good.
But they included this little card inside of it that was like instructions for how to clean their resin, and the instructions were so comedically over the top that I just like, hold on, let me see if I can find it. I have to share it. It's like so
What?
ridiculous.
Like, make sure to put yourself in a full hazmat suit and stand outside only on a windy day.
Is it the summer solstice?
Is it the summer solstice? Is Mercury in retrograde?
All right, here it is. So I don't know if this is going to focus, but
Yeah,
it
got
says
it.
important how to clean resin. Our resin is of excellent quality, but it requires preparation before painting. For the best results, please follow these instructions. Now, this is the part that really gets me. Letting the miniatures air out of their bags for 5 to 7 days will help
Whoa.
any release agent that might have penetrated the cast to evaporate. The longer you leave them out, the better the results. So
What
we
the
recommend
frick?
that you let your figures air out as soon as you receive them.
Not near any
I have
humans or
never
pets.
Never in my life have I ever heard anybody recommend airing your models out for a week
Let your
just
miniature
to use
breathe
them.
like a fine wine. It's a fine wine.
So, after you do that, step 1, bathe your figures in a 50-50 mix of simple green and warm water for an hour. If simple green is not available, use any other household degreaser, Mr. Clean, etc. 2, rinse them under warm running water. 3, wipe the figures using paper towels. This simple green and greasy residue become combined in a film that you need to remove by wiping it with the towel. If the miniatures still look greasy, for best results, you can repeat stages 2 to 4, then let dry completely. Now, I'm all for like being really anal about prepping your models. Nobody wants to take all the time to build a resin model and then it the paint flakes off because you didn't clean it
Is this
properly.
an American company?
But I'm just putting it out there. If the mold release agent that you are using is such a bastard that you have to go through this degree of like steps to just use the model, then you know, Raging Heroes, maybe you need to be using a different mold releasing agent. Because one of the biggest problems with their Kickstarters was the mold release on their models. And I
Oh,
don't know, it doesn't really seem like they've learned their lesson. Because these models do look better, but they're still a lot greasier than I would like. And I'm right
Shane, it's
now I'm
because you
letting
haven't
them
let them
air out.
air out for 5 to 7 days, buddy.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm letting them air out. So the mold release that is, and I quote, penetrated the cast.
On the excellent, excellent resin that they use.
Yeah, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. The guy I talked to in emails about this, because I kind of messaged them to verify, like, have you guys remediated what the hell was wrong in the Kickstarter before I ordered from you guys? Like, I
Yeah.
was pretty straight up with them. Like, I was like, I had a really negative experience with the Kickstarter. And they were like, no, we are aware that we had problems in the Kickstarter with mold release, and we've worked with our manufacturer. And from what I could see, yeah, it looks like they have, but it doesn't look like
They're confident.
well enough. I mean, like, if they're still having problems to the degree that they need to send out this letter with all their models, I don't know. Like, I mean,
Well,
we'll see where it goes.
I
I'll
was
do
asking
I'll do
if
a little test model.
I was asking if they were an American company because I feel like someone may have tried to sue them, and that's
They
why
are
they
not
put this
an
stuff
American
in.
company. They're
Okay.
actually in France.
Are these the ones who did the Badass Ladies of the Universe or whatever? Or is that someone
Yeah,
else?
yeah, toughest girls in the galaxy.
There we go. Badass Ladies of the Universe. Toughest Girls in the Galaxy. Same stuff.
So yeah, I just thought that was pretty funny.
That is
In
pretty funny.
general, in my opinion, all you should really have to do with watching resin models is hot soapy water and scrub them with a toothbrush.
Yep.
And if it's really stubborn, let it soak for a day or two in the hot soapy water before you mess around with it. I also, and this is just a tip for anybody out there. Maybe you know to do this or you don't. But it's something I found that works really well. Is in addition to scrubbing and cleaning the model before you paint it and before you prime it, spray it with a spray-on varnish. I like to use Tester's Dull Coat.
Oh,
The dull coat will help to cover any like maybe hidden areas of mold release that you didn't catch, and it'll also give extra gripping power to your primer.
interesting.
So that's something I started doing, and I haven't had any problems with paint adhesion since I started doing that.
Wait, you didn't do that on that model that makes you sad, right? Started
Well,
doing
no,
that
that model
after?
was mostly plastic, anyways.
Oh, okay. Just got weird.
Yeah, no, that was the oil wash's fault.
Gotcha.
Yes, Diana, you are correct. Not too hot. Yeah, just like warm. I guess would be a better word than hot. It's warm water.
Because that's how you repose your resin models with hot water.
Yeah.
If you can't put your hand inside, it's too hot.
Yep. Exactly.
You know what's not fun? Painting wire mesh. I'm like,
Yeah, I
this
can't
wire mesh
imagine
is going to
that's
be a
enjoyable.
great
I
net.
would be airbrushing that if I were you,
Not.
but I guess that's not really viable when you've got the other colors on there already.
Yeah.
Zenithal more of it. Just keep zenithaling.
I need more Zenithal.
Another thing you could do is, and I started doing this because I got one of these actually for work, um, for my tools because my tools kept getting really grimy when I was working,
Hmm.
and so I invested in a sonic cleaner.
Oh.
Sonic cleaners are great for getting off mold release and paint if you want to strip a model.
Oh, okay.
So if you're willing to make a little investment, they're very useful because you can just toss them in there for 20, 30 minutes and it'll take all that mold release off.
You can
Not
use
even
them
that
to clean your
expensive.
airbrush,
No, I
but
mean like
don't
it's
do it all the
a
time.
good one, like the one I use is like I think it was like $200. But that's
Oh,
because I had to get one with like uh, a big basin because I needed it for like wrenches and screwdrivers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I needed it to be like kind of like good powered too because it's getting off like really thick like grease and stuff. Much more hardy stuff than you would see being used as a mold release agent on a model.
Hey, just chuck
I
your
don't know,
Raging
by the
Heroes in there,
sounds
man.
of yeah.
That's true. Yeah, Raging Heroes is maybe an exception to
Really?
that.
Go see Mama.
I've gotten some Forge World models that were gnarly with the mold release though.
Yeah. Recently or a
I
while
got
ago?
this has been more a while ago. I the past couple times I've gotten Forge World models, I would say mostly since the new web store came out, I have not had nearly as many
You mean
issues.
since they stopped
with
being
mold release.
Forge World models and started being professional or whatever the heck they call them? Expert
Yeah, the
hobbyists?
expert kits. But yeah, they've been pretty good for the past. Like, I mean, I think this Malstrain guy, like looking at the model, like I honestly think that like scrubbing it would mostly be a formality because
Yeah.
honestly, I can't really feel or see any mold release agent on it. So I
Oh
think they've
man,
kind
it's
of learned their
late. I
lesson.
gotta call it. Sorry guys. I got taken up and wanting to get all these guys whited in. Yeah, I didn't realize what time it is. It's 10 p.m. here.
Time flies when you're having
I feel like we
fun.
haven't been on the chat that much. Has there been a lot going on in the chat? Just been heads down.
Everything and nothing all at once.
Everything and nothing
pretty
all at
much.
once?
Nothing pertinent. Really pertinent. I mean, not that we don't value the contributions of chat, but chat is being all over the place today.
Okay. They're having their own conversations?
Yeah, like that.
That's fine
They
too.
mostly
What's Brother
offhand
Pink got to say?
comments, and he was. He said he was also painting yellow, and Dust Bunny said his birthday is on the 27th.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. I won't see you until then, so have a good one.
That's bad luck.
What's bad luck? Wishing happy birthday?
Yeah, at least over here it's considered bad luck. Wishing happy birthday before you have have your birthday.
I thought Simon told me that it's bad luck to celebrate your birthday after. That you're supposed to celebrate it early but not late.
Okay, never heard that one,
Okay.
but it might be a regional difference.
Because my mom made me paranoid because my mom said, like, in Estonian culture, it's like you can only celebrate your birthday after but not before. And then Simon's like, no, you can only celebrate it before or on it but not after. I'm like, what the heck?
It's the same here. You can't celebrate it before. Usually the way we get around that is like if you're meeting the day before and you're having a party and then you start celebrating the birthday at midnight.
Okay.
That's how you get around the don't celebrate early. But
However,
the way I grew up,
States,
it's bad luck. The way I grew up, it's bad luck to celebrate your birthday.
Yeah, but like celebrating is one thing, but me just saying, "Oh, have a happy birthday on the 27th," that's bad luck.
No, I don't think so. But I also don't know anybody that does that. So,
well, I'm doing it. Have a happy birthday on the 27th. Going rogue.
And Diana said kids' toothbrushes are great for the bristles to clean your mold release.
Yes.
Because the bristles tend to be softer. And over here in Germany, they are selling toothbrushes by bristle hardness, so you can't just buy any soft.
Yeah, same.
I like using a sonic toothbrush.
Yeah, I think we should all use soft toothbrushes. Isn't that what dentists say? That it's better for everyone to have a soft toothbrush?
I don't know.
Oh, I was going to say that if you get yourself one of those fancy electrosonic cleaners that Darth Bob was plugging, you can use it to like clean like terrible gunk on your airbrush. But I have been told by my airbrush expert at Wheels and Wings Hobbies that you shouldn't do it too much because it can affect the structural integrity of the airbrush. I don't know if they said the welds or something like that.
I mean, I imagine that you also would be gunking up your airbrush a little more than with regular cleaning, because the way I know the sonic cleaners is you put them into some water, and then it's vibrating the water, so you're submersing your entire. So if you don't rinse it, stuff might be left inside in parts of the airbrush that
I thought the whole point of the ultrasonic though
won't
is it vibrates all that stuff out.
I mean, I'm not sure if you have one where the
Yeah.
airbrush fits upside down so everything can flow out.
Well, no, the idea is
That's
you take
the
it
point.
apart. You put the pieces in. You don't just chuck the whole airbrush.
Yeah, but fundamentally, an airbrush is a series of tubes.
What?
Fundamentally, it's a series of tubes through which air is pushed, and another tube intersecting the first tubes to let in the air, the paint to be pushed out. So there's a limit to how far you can disassemble it and not have a long tube.
Right. Yeah, but I think you could still make it work. I don't know. I have this problem where like I use a paintbrush and I take the little tube off the end. I have no idea where the tube goes. Someone's got to make a paintbrush. Oh, there it is. Tube holder. All right, we're done. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this Work in Progress Wednesday stream. It was kind of all over the place, but I guess that's what we do. Shane, thank you so much for saving opening your mouse train until you could share it with us. That was very sweet.
Yeah, well, I just picked them up today, so it's not like I had to wait.
Hey, damn it!
For a long time.
Thank you for being so sweet, Shane.
You're welcome.
And thank you to everyone in the chat for hanging out with us, putting up with our nonsense, for liking the stream and subscribing. Brother Pink says this podcast is legally binding. What is that about?
I have no idea.
Oh, no.
Something with the relationships? I don't know.
It was earlier when you talked about some stuff you were doing. I had to go. I was semi AFK because I was getting new plaster for the molds. So.
Oh look, Electric Dust Bunny made Green Stuff World Liquid Frost at home for $1. I want to hear more about that sometime. Oh, giving Brother Pink my models. Okay, this podcast is legally binding. The fact that I told Nora to give all my models to Brother Pink. Well, I may have creepily told Shane that he needs to put me in his will for one of his pieces of Warhammer art.
You know, actually, somebody just messaged me today asking if I would be willing to sell the Lictor.
Do not sell. I want first right of refusal, buddy. If you ever need that money.
I told him unless you're willing to give me 40 grand.
Whoa! All right.
I know it's worth way more. It's way more than it's worth, but the sentimentality, that's what my sentimentality is worth to that piece. So if you're willing to give me 40 grand, sure, it's yours.
The FU price.
Yep, it's the FU price.
That's what happens when someone asks me if I can do a commission for them doing a Space Marine. I'm like, well, if you're willing to pay me 40 grand. All right.
You should just do it for them and then have the Space Marine be killed by something else.
I guess I could have used my... Wait. Chat, I'm going to do a quick test. Okay, chat. I need you to tell... Oh, wait. Okay, wait. That's way too loud. Hold on. Chat, let me know if this microphone is better than the one I was just using. Because this might be a good solution if I still have problems with my other weird microphone. So this is microphone 2. How does that sound? Now we're going back to budget microphone 1, which I don't think is anywhere near as good as microphone 2. I'm hoping microphone 2 is better, but whatever. I'm just messing with OBS.
The other one is better.
Okay, here's microphone 2 again.
I just listened in on the stream, and the other one is better than the one you're using right now.
Is better? This one? This one's better?
I think so.
Okay. Well, I guess oh no, I don't think I can do that for you guys. I think this is an OBS thing. Input device. No, I can't do it for you guys, unfortunately.
Diana likes Mic 2. Electric Dust Bunny.
Okay, 2 it is.
Rider.
It's because I use a digital camera as my webcam, and it's got a mic on it, and that's why I was doubling, because I had to reassign it, and I had both mics coming through, but I realized this mic is like right in my face, and it should be better because there's like a left and right on it. Anyway, random.
And Tom Wilson feels there's a slight static on the new one.
Oh, slight static. It might be more sensitive. Oh wait, I'm also clicking a thing. I don't know. Whatever. All right, I gotta call this. It's late. I've been given the high sign. I've been giving myself the high sign. Thank you, all 3 of you, for being on here. Thank you, Kajan. Good night. Thank you, Will. Good night, buddy. And thank you, Shane. Good night.
Good night.
And thank you, Tom, Diana, Electric Dust Bunny, Brodius, Brother Pink, all you fantastic people in the chat, Schnoobnuts. Who else was in there?
Especially
that was
Shubnuts, because your name's great.
Especially Shubnuts, not to be confused with Shub Niggurath. Oh, and Radon was here for the cheese. Thanks, friends, and we'll talk again next Friday, not this Friday, for the start of November. So you can look forward to that. Oh, crap. Oh my God. Are we live streaming on the night of the election?
Oh, yes.
Are we?
Yes.
Oh, no.
On the Tuesday.
Is it?
Yeah, Nora's like, you need to move that date. No one's going to watch your stream.
Is election on
Okay,
Tuesday?
Americans,
I thought
how do you feel
voting was
about
on
it?
Tuesday.
No, it's the 6th. It's the 6th.
Who cares?
The election's the 4th or the 5th?
Yeah.
4th, right?
It's always the
Fifth?
first Tuesday of
Damn.
November.
Oh, Tuesday, okay.
It would be the day before. So.
Okay, so we can talk about it on the 6th. We can decompress.
Well, yeah, I mean, America might be no more after the election, so, you know.
I don't think it'll happen that quick.
Oh, you never know.
I think it is. If something happens, it will be happening right away.
Listen. I told Bill, who's hosting us down in Houston for Visterion, that I wasn't sure I wanted to come to the United States after the election. And dude, I'm pretty sure dude was like, don't worry, I was a Marine. I'm like, I don't know if that makes me feel safer or less safe.
Well, yeah, I mean, just so you know,
Like,
Nick,
cool
I've got
that
your
you're a
address,
Marine,
so
but
if
not
this
great
does
that we
end up
need a
being Civil
Marine.
War, you might have me showing up to your front door as a refugee.
Yeah, you're welcome, buddy. You're welcome. Well, that'll get us to set up the basement real quick.
Coming at you live from
there's
Rick Priestley's bomb shelter.
There's a couple of vaguely abandoned houses down the street. I don't know that they have heating, but they have lights on, and no one is living there. So I'll just bring you a space heater, and you can chill down there. We got room for
Space
lots.
heater and my hobby stuff.
The American way.
There you go.
Diana also said the first mic has background, slightly more background sound, like a slight echo or a dampening.
I don't know.
And Joshua Rayner wanted to know how you plan out larger pyramids, but I don't think we have time for that answer. I feel like that could be a discussion for next time.
You got to dry fit them. Yeah, let's talk about that on another stream, but you got to dry fit them. You got to get all the pieces together, put them on your workspace, get a lot of blue tack, and start slapping things together and seeing what they
Copy
look like.
Hydra's shit.
That's what I'd recommend.
I said
What?
just copies Hydra's stuff. That's what I do.
All right, I got to roll. Gents, thank you so much. Talk with you soon. Friends in the chat, talk to you later.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.